Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing great. Today I want to share with you a couple of tools that I have been using personally for myself when it comes to organizing my time, when it comes to time management, when it comes to strategizing, when it comes to planning, and to really making sure that I'm keeping up with all the things that I need to do on a regular basis, right? I have been asked about this quite sometimes, so I thought to talk to you about it today and to share in the group because I think it's going to be very valuable for you, and I think it's going to bring some maybe new ideas for you, and when it comes to again planning and organizing your time. All right, I also encourage you, of course, to share below in the comments what are some of the tools you have been using that have proven to be good for you, and that you would like to share with the whole group. Again, we are here to exchange our knowledge, to share, to grow together. So please feel free to do that. Okay. All right. So the first kind of main tool that I have been using since the very beginning of my business. I actually learned about it through my coach back in the day. It is a tool called Notion, Notion. It's an application that you can download on your phone, but you can also download it on your computer. I have also encouraged numerous clients of mine to also download that application, and I have been receiving a very positive feedback on it. So I would definitely encourage you to try it out. Now, why is that application so amazing? And I really use it every single day. It is because, mainly for me at least, is because you can use it or you can tailor it to your individual situation however you want, right? You can use it for really whatever, from creating different lists to connecting it to your calendar, to creating a to-do list, to create reminders. You can even share it with other people. So sometimes when I'm working with my team, right, on certain projects, I like to share my Notion with them so that they see, certain ideas. We share it in that way. You can assign it to people as well, right? You can really create all sorts of different pages for all sorts of different purposes, right? So for example, I use it for my to-do list. I use it for content creation. I use it for some calendar updates. I use it for even, kind of a brain dump, right? When something comes up to my mind, I can quickly go into Notion and write it down on the list of ideas that just come to my mind here and there, right? So you can really tailor it to no matter what kind of business you are in, and no matter even privately, right? You can use it. It's a really great tool. I would really highly encourage you. And I'm not sponsored by them, right? I'm not getting paid for saying this, nothing. I really just really love that application. So yeah, go check it out if you need help in kind of setting it up, or if you need any kind of support with it. Let me know. I'm not super techie, right? But again, I have been using it for my for my own personal right purposes, and I'm pretty good with it by now. All right. So that's the first thing that I'm using every day. Okay. The second thing is calendar. Obviously calendar, online calendar, right? So Microsoft Outlook, which is again connected. I have it on my phone. I have it on my laptop as well. And I like to use different colors there, right? To make it more attractive, to make it more eye-friendly, right? User-friendly. So different topics really have different colors for me. And in addition to online calendar, I also use an offline calendar. Just one second. So this purely, paper. I love to do that as well, right? So I have basically done two calendars. I have my paper calendar and I have my online calendar, and I always make sure that those are obviously synchronized. So everything that's in one is also in the other one. And that had helped me in a couple of situations because sometimes it happened that I would miss on something maybe online, but I didn't miss it offline. So you can always kind of double check. It's always good to have, in my opinion, at least two sources so that you can kind of cross check and make sure you're really up to everything. Plus, call me old style, but I really like to just have a pen and paper and to write things down. I really love that, and I would never want to become completely 100% digital digitalized in that area, because I think it's really good, you know. I mean, some of us have even forgotten how to write with all the typing we are performing every single day. So this is again what I have been using. The next thing is actually what I already mentioned when talking about Notion, to-do list, right? Purely to-do list. Have a list on my Notion, right? Where I literally go task by task and I check it off the list. Now you might be wondering, how do I come up with my to-do list? I come up with my to-do list depending on my weekly goals, right? Which brings me to my next point, which is planning your weeks. Right? So Saturday or Sunday, depending on, you know, what my plans are for the weekend. And so I would spend 1 hour to 2 hours planning for the following week. So I would come up with the most important goals for that week. And then depending on the goals that I came up with, I would then create my to-do list. Some tasks on my to-do list are always the same, right? But some other, of course, depending on the goals that I have for that week, will be changing. Okay, so that's very important. So to-do list has to do with, of course, your goals. I cannot create my to-do list if I don't have goals, right? And another thing that has been also very, very useful for me, again, ties very nicely with the fact that I like to write, is using these small papers, right? So Postits, I think they're called, right? So some things that, you know, come up for me while I'm doing something, right? Some idea pops up or whatever, I would always have such a paper next to me and I would just write down quickly, you know, the idea that came up for me, or maybe some additional task that I need to perform, because through my experience and through my career and in general personal life, I learned that write down everything, right? Because if you think you will remember, what happens 99% of the time is you don't remember, right? So write things down as they come. I also have this kind of small papers next to my bed, and I have a pen there as well, right? Because sometimes it happens I go to sleep and then ding, you know, something super important comes up and I think I will remember it tomorrow morning, but I don't. So what I learned to do is just to have this next to my bed, because I don't have my phone in my bedroom over the night. Actually ever, right? It's like a no phone zone, my bedroom. So again, I have paper, pen, and I write things down there and then as they come. Okay. So I think these are actually the most important, right? So again, tools that help me stay organized and really on top of my game in each week. So firstly, Notion, Notion. Download it. It's for free as well, by the way, until a certain point where you want to use some extra things on it. So Notion, calendar, offline and online, right? To-do list that is tied again with planning my weeks. By the way, I have a weekly planner sheet. If you want me to send it to you, comment below or send me a message. I will send you a free copy. It's a PDF form. It's really, really, really good. I would really encourage you to check it out. And the last thing are these small, again here, papers that I have next to me while I work, but also next to my bed if something pops up in the night. All right, so that's that. I wanted to share that with you. I am a very big lover and believer of being as organized as you can be. Of course, there are things that always, pop up here and there that we can't really predict, but I like to be as well prepared as I can, right? And again, organizing and having things nicely in place and knowing where is what, right? It's very, very useful. And I definitely would invite you to think about that. Maybe think about your current habits and how can you improve them. All right. If you have any questions, if you want me to elaborate further on any of these, please let me know. And otherwise, let me know in comments below what tools are you using to stay more organized and on top of your game. I'm curious to read about those. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.